Barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free, hit the subscribe. I'm going back to back on you hoes, man. So, I've seen in my comment section, Errol Spence was exposed. Errol Spence wasn't exposed, man. Errol Spence fought a great competitor that night. Errol Spence won the fight. I had it 8 rounds to 4. Very tough rounds. Very close rounds. But you only, in order to win a 100-meter race, you only got to win by a split second. And some of those rounds, Errol Spence won by a split second to me. You know? And I think it's disingenuous to say Errol Spence was exposed. But what Errol Spence exposed is the myth in boxing. And the myth in boxing is we can't sell a fight. 2 black people on the main event can't sell a fight. We don't have to use the Floyd Mayweather anymore, where a black got to fight a Mexican or a black got to fight a Latino guy. We don't have to abide by that any longer. Sean Porter, Errol Spence, 2 black men. I just saw Errol Spence post. He sold out of his merch on fight night. People were paying $40 and $50 for a shirt that they can get for $2. Why? Because they want to support the man. You know, if I had remembered, I forgot, Earl, I apologize. I would have bought a shirt. I simply forgot. I was in tune with the fight, and I was sitting there anxiously waiting on the main event. You understand? And so my apologies to that. I'll buy a shirt, and I want to buy a Derek James shirt too, and I simply forgot. You know, but moving forward, he exposed the myth in boxing that we can't push fights. I'm going to tell you right now, over 60% of that crowd was black. I'm going to say it again. I was there. Over 60% of that crowd was black. Whether it was Andre Durrell, whether it was Sean Porter, or whether it was Errol Spence. 60% of that crowd was black. All right, and that is the truth. The other 40 was it was more blacks in there than Latinos. All right, David Benavidez is going to be a star. It just wasn't his turn that night. All right, and so he did expose. I just saw a person drive over an island to avoid a car accident. Yeah, man, it's just he's dispelling that myth that we don't have to go the Mexican route to sell ourselves, man. Errol Spence, Sean Porter, like Errol Spence doesn't have to fight Danny Garcia and Barclay to sell. Nah, he can go anywhere in the world. He can go anywhere in America and have the fight. You know what I mean? Because guess what? He's going to sell out. Earl, you don't have to go to Barclay. Make Danny Garcia come to Dallas. Make Danny Garcia come to Dallas. You have 17,000 fans in your pocket. There were 16,700 fans rooting. I would say about 15,000 of them were Errol Spence fans. No disrespect to Sean Porter. I'm only telling the truth. All right? There was about 1,700 people in there, combined with being Sean Porter fans and rooting for the underdog, because that's just the narrative in sports, right? And with that being said, Errol Spence, you're the cash cow. Floyd Mayweather never left Vegas, Earl. You don't have to leave Dallas. I know it's a little bit more pressure. I know you got to do ticket sales and you got to do some PR stuff, but you're in charge. If you don't want to fight in Barclay, you don't have to fight in Barclay. If you want to come back to LA, come back to LA, dog. I would love to have you. You know, if you go to Dallas, I want to go to Dallas. I don't want to go to Brooklyn. You know, so maybe I'm saying this I'm not saying it from selfish. I'm saying this to prove the power that Errol Spence has. Errol Spence has absolute power in the welterweight division. Terrence Crawford can't go to New York and sell 20,000 tickets. Terrence Crawford did 8,000 in Vegas. He did 14,000. He did 14,000 for Amir Khan in New York. He's not selling out. what is that, 65% occupancy, you know? So at the end of the day, man, Errol Spence, you got the keys to the whip, you know? Drive slow, homie. Drive slow, homie. You know what I mean? Whether you want it on candy paint or whether you want a Bugatti, you know what I mean? Or whether you playing DJ Screw or whether you in Cali playing California Love, it don't matter. Excuse me, playing Nipsey Hussle, it don't matter. You got the keys to the whip. You know what I mean? We can go to New York and play Big L, you know? But you're in charge of the radio station, Errol Spence. All right? I don't care what nobody say. People gonna say, you ass licking. I'm only spitting the truth right now. This is real spill. Just like, I'll say this. I'm doing 5,000 viewers at night. I'm doing 5,000 total views. Trill Boxing Talk is doing out of this world numbers. Blue Blood just did over 500 people in his live chat this morning. We run the streets. This is proven fact. People care about what we have to say, how we respond. You know what I mean? And I'm not taking that lightly. I'm not going to abuse it, and I'm also not going to allow you to not understand the value that I now have in this boxing game, that Trill Boxing Talk now have in this boxing game, Blue Blood now have in this boxing game. These are straight facts, you know? And real recognize real. What's understood never have to be explained, but I'm explaining it today, you know? But anyways, man, I just need the world to know that Errol Spence has to say yes to that Danny Garcia fight. You know, Errol Spence is a hell of a fighter, man. Go rewatch that fight. Watch it 2 times, okay? Watch it from a Sean Porter's lens. Watch it 1 time, and the next time you watch it from an Errol Spence lens. You're gonna see how great these fighters were, and you're also gonna see how great Errol Spence was. What he took away from Sean Porter, how he neutralized Sean Porter. You know? And from a Sean Porter perspective, you're going to watch how he fucking confused Errol Spence a little bit. You know? And it is what it is, man. But Barbershop Conversations, guys. Feel free to hit the subscribe button, and I'll talk to you guys soon.